Okay, today we're going to be installing your new Dodge Ram graphic. First thing that you want to do is go ahead and clean the surface that you're applying it to very well. You can use a Windex or something like that to clean the surface. Make sure all the Windex is off so it doesn't affect the adhesion of the graphic. Just make sure it's completely dry. Okay. Then what we're going to want to do is get it centered within the area that we're installing it. Or if you don't want it centered, you want it off to the left or to the right, that's fine too, but right now we're going to establish how to do that. Choice is yours. Regular masking tape. And just tear off a piece and just kind of eyeball centered and tape the sides on there. Then take a measurement from the outer edge to the actual graphic itself, not from the edge of the paper, but the actual graphic itself. His lower horn would be the outer edge, so on each side. Go ahead and measure. I have 2.5 inches in from here to here. Measure this side. I've got roughly 2 1/4, so I know I need to move it over to my left since I want it centered. Slide it over a little bit, tape it back down, remeasure. Okay, looks like we're there, nice and centered. Now we're going to worry about it being level, and what we'll do is measure from the top, or if that doesn't work for you, the bottom of the surface that you're applying it to, whichever works best for you. And I'm going to measure from the very tip all the way down to use his lower horns, because there's one on the right side, there's one on the left side. So I'm measuring 9 inches from the top of my surface to the bottom of the horn on the left. So since I know I want it to be straight, I'm going to measure 9 inches on this side as well. Okay, and then I'm going to double check it. 9 inches, 9 inches, so he's nice and straight now. Okay, now it's in place, you know, it's nice and straight and centered or off to the side, whichever way you want it. Keep the tape on there. Now what you're going to do is take your masking tape and you're going to tape half onto the graphic and the other half of the tape onto the actual surface that you'll be applying it to. So you're kind of making like a hinge. Take off the tape on the side. So you should be at this point now where you've got the entire graphic, you've got it taped onto the surface, again kind of like a hinge, and you should be able to do this. Now what you're going to do is slowly peel the paper off. Don't worry about the application tape on the front, that needs to stay for now. You're just peeling the paper off the back. Okay, and just hold it from the top like that. We use a squeegee that's specifically for this, but you can use an old credit card or driver's license. Any kind of a rigid card-like object will work just fine. Start at keeping it away from the surface that you're applying it to. I'm not pulling too hard up here, I'm just keeping it nice and taut. And just apply the graphic on. It's on there real good. Okay. Now you'll want to slowly remove the application tape from the top. And at this point the application tape should be coming off. The graphic should be staying behind onto the surface that you want it to be permanently affixed to. And you slowly peel it. Don't go fast, because if there's a little section that you didn't get on there well, it'll want to come up and it might damage the graphic. So just go slowly at this point. Now you'll probably see some air bubbles under the vinyl graphic, and that's fine. Those are temporary. It's a porous surface, and the air bubbles will work their way out, and depending on the temperatures outside, it could take a couple of days, it could take a week, but they will slowly go away, and it'll be nice and perfectly smooth in a short period of time. And that should do it.